G'day groovers, microgreeners, gardeners, the like. Welcome to an old school type vlog of Pepe's. I got some footage over the last month I just wanted to put together and celebrate 12 months of me doing microgreens and have a little chat about how I've kept this business afloat and things I've done to keep it going. It's 5:38 and it's pitch black, stars are shining, it's about -1 degrees and I'm ready to go. Trailer's full. This is what you got to do, hey? You got to keep grinding. And the back of my wife's Tarago, oh, you can't even see it, guys. It's full of microgreens, the living ones. In the back I've got the packaged goods. Alright, let's go to the markets. Welcome to the Lismore Car Boot Market. It's my first time here, this footage. I've done 2 now. But I thought I'd show you, it's a smaller stall than I usually have. But there was lots of stock in those Eskies. But anyway, I find doing markets a better way of bringing the income in. I can charge what it's worth, but still offering a market deal, you know, like direct from the farmer. It's generating more cash than just wholesaling to restaurants or you know, things like that. I can actually meet the people, talk to them about the product, and you know, they get to know me in my local area, so that's been quite good. 12 months ago, I just never imagined things would get to this, especially when I was doing this. This is me 13 months ago, guys, about a month before I left the job. I had enough. I'd been at this farm for 3 years, worked my way up to manager, and my stress levels were maxed out. Anyway, that's that part of me gone. So, microgreen farming in Australia. In a nutshell, not cheap. I'm going to say and be honest because, for example, I'm going to show you the invoice of this seed. It's expensive here, guys. Australia imports about 98% of its seed, and you know, we pay for it. And here is about 2.5 kilo of seed. It's a mid-month top-up for me. I'll show you the invoice, but that's $432. That's expensive. And also, to make it harder for us Aussies over here is the fact that we don't get what it's worth, you know. Unless we live in a very rich city in the middle of the CBD, you know, of Sydney, say, for example, I can't charge what I do out here in rural Australia in a small city. So it's hard, but I'm still here, I'm still swimming, and I intend on staying that way. But I've had to introduce more items, and I'll tell you about that shortly. One product over the 12 months that has exceeded my expectations is sunflower shoots. Here I am just seeding up some of the trays I use, big trays. Now this tray will yield me about 2.5 kilos. I should get between $60 to $70. And it's funny though, I speak to some of my friends in the States that are growers and they would get $100 for this amount of sunflower. So it's just sort of putting it in perspective for you is that, you know, I pay $30 for 5 kilos of this seed from my supplier. It's organic seed. It's still just not a massive profit margin, guys, but certainly a product that's done well for me. I thought I wouldn't see you through all that. I put it in fast forward and just wanted to mutter on about some business stuff for me. But look, this is probably my best seller. Coming in second, the salad packs, and equal second, the salad packs and the micro blend. And in the market side of things, as for restaurants and that, living trays, woof, kapow, like tons of that. So, you know, I've found what the public wants in certain areas and I'm sticking with that and I'm pushing it forward and trying to be more innovative with packaging and marketing and sales techniques to keep my head above water. Now, you know, I'll just for, you know, you're probably wondering the size of the trays. That's a 1020. I'm sitting this on top here of one of my trays. It's the same length, and it's about a third again across these trays of just over a third of one of your 1020s. For those of you in the States, pretty big trays. They're pretty common in nurseries over here, but I just wish I got the ones with the smaller holes. But you know, this shade cloth technique works really well. All right, let's go have a look at the gardens, and I'll talk about the salads and how they're going and something coming up for me in the future. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this. It'll be brief, I hope, but also tell you some reasons why, and also tell you that I made mistakes. I wasted $1,200 on this hothouse here. It was you probably saw a lot of it in my first videos. It ended up being too hot and too cold in winter, and I had no real efficient means of warming or cooling it during those seasons. So, you know, why I'm telling you this is that this farm is bootstrapped, self-invested. $8,200 to be exact went in, and that was my payout from the chicken farm that I left. And I'm happy to say it's paid itself back, and it's generating income that I invest straight back in. I keep 10% for myself as a reward, although it's not much at this stage. It just sort of keeps me well, you know, I deserve that after the amount of work that's gone in, and I'm sure you guys doing this would agree. But anyway, 4 beds here. I've had to take an opportunity, guys, that has stemmed from selling microgreens to a restaurant, and what has happened is the chef is also working for a gourmet pasta sauce company in Byron Bay, they're about to go live, get into some supermarket sales. And they want fresh basil from me, and kilos of it. And, you know, they're only just getting going at this stage, but all this land here behind me is about 5 acres and available if required to get basil going. So, sounds odd, you never expected this, I guess, but I've had to do it because my micro growing space is sort of maxed out. I'm doing extremely well with the micros, but the profits are plateauing for the amount of space. I'm sort of sold out now. You know, I can take on 1 or 2 more restaurants maybe. I can sell a few more punnets at the market, whatever, but or make up, you know what I'm saying, like grow more for that, but not much more. And I don't have the $30,000 I'm trying to achieve to build this big climate controlled greenhouse just to grow the micros as yet, and I'm not willing to go to the bank just yet. So, you know, I want to generate income in other ways, and you'll see the gardens shortly where I'm also generating income. And just to let you know where I'm at and what it may take you to stay self-invested, debt-free in this entrepreneur type business owner world where you're everything at this point, and you've got to be so focused and mentally strong to do it all. And if I can do it, you can do it. But here, you know, this video is not about to show you business tips or growing tips or anything. It's just to sort of celebrate for me 12 months. I'm still here. This is where it's at. This is what I'm doing, and hopefully you get something out of it. So let's go to the other gardens and have a look. Alrighty. All right, guys, here we are at it's now dubbed the market garden, I guess you could say. It's got the rows, it's got the tracks, it's got the beds happening, and succession planting as well. So, wow, I never thought I'd get to that point being a micro farmer, but here we are. And why is this like it is and getting a lot of energy is because I've maxed out my grow room inside with micros, guys. I only have limited space. It is also our family home, but it is a sectioned off area. But in my opinion, it's maxed out. I don't really want to put more racks, more lights in there, but I need to generate more income. What am I going to do? And it feels like all this has happened for a reason here behind me, and it's meant to be. And I'm sure a few others of you out there have a similar story. You just didn't think this would be part of it at first, but here it is, and it goes so well that it's just, let's do this. And you know, so what it is up the back there that's all baby leaf, and through here is more full-term leaf and some other little sorts of bits and pieces. That's a big patch of borage I was gonna do, but not too fiddly. I don't like it. I like eating it. That's about it at this stage. But you know, all this has been seeded. You can probably just see tracks that the Earthway seeders made through the beds there, and they're all due to come up very soon. But I'm selling lots of salad, and they're blends now. I do an Asian blend, I do a health blend that's naturopath endorsed locally here. She's done a nice spiel on her website, which is another thing, guys. You know, if you're marketing your product as health, go and hook up with some health professionals. Go and give them a bag of, or a box of micros, or a salad or something, and just say, what do you think of this? I know what's in it. I know it's a good nutrient dense product. How can we help each other? And that's just what happened with me, except she came to my market stall, knew already, and one thing led to another. So that's that side of things. So, you know, marketing is very important. Now for this, I've had to put all these beds in because I've made friends with market stall holders that do food, and you know, you're at the markets all day, why not go talk to them, offer them something you can do. That's if you're doing markets. But if you're doing restaurants as well, talk to them. You know, now I'm offering salad blends for these marketers that are actually doing events like weddings, parties and whatnot, as well as the restaurants that are there each day, each of the week at the same spot. It's endless, guys, and you've just got to look for it. And you know, I'm not actively out there looking each day, right, I'm going to go talk to him and make him buy my stuff. No, I just go with the flow each day with a clear vision that I have a goal to reach and I have a dream to meet, and I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen. Not saying I don't have bad days. Geez, ask my wife. I owe a lot to her to say I'm still here. So, you know, thank you, Jackie. Anyway, look, the moral of all this story is, for the future of me, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of herbs coming, and a ton of microgreens, and I'm so blessed after 12 months to still be here. I'm extremely grateful for all the help from you guys that watch these videos and tips you've given me, and for the others of just being here. You know, YouTube doesn't make me an income. I'm just here sharing information with you and sharing my life, and I've made even greater friends here on YouTube, and thank you so much. So I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate if you stayed to the end, and future videos coming up are a lot more of these how I do's. I like making them short and sweet. Anyway, I like making the vlogs too, so please bear in mind every now and then there'll be one. Anyway, I'll shush. Get healthy, guys. Get tasty. Thanks for everything. Talk to you soon.